It seems you've picked the card of death. Time for a trick. Remember this card. It'll be the last thing you'll ever see.
What is up, you guys? It is HGJ Halloween, and today I am back with probably the most highly requested sneak peek video, and that is for Henry Hustle, one of the biggest favorites of the year. I'm about to jump into it, but before I do, don't forget to check out my music. You heard a clip of my song, my new song, All I Ever Wanted, in the beginning of this video. If you were interested, you can find the full song and my other 4 songs that I have out on my Spotify. Link will be down in the description, or you can search Tyler Hunt on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, and YouTube. You can subscribe to me at Tyler Hunt Music. So that will all be linked in the description, as well as don't forget about my all-new Patreon opportunity. You can go ahead and purchase a tier on Patreon, which will be linked down in the description if you want to message me directly with guaranteed responses every day, along with many different ranges of benefits, getting the Spirit Halloween prop reviews this year, tours of stores other than Spirit Halloween, and exclusive Party City videos, as well as shoutouts on Instagram. So all of that is available on my Patreon. Link will be down in the description and the comment section. All right, so without further ado, let's jump into Henry Hustle, the big, scary clown prop for this year, and so far, probably my favorite prop of the season. Now, I'm also very excited about that bride prop and the other hanging upside down clown, and we still haven't really seen those animations yet. So this opinion certainly could change, but as of now, Henry Hustle is probably up there as my number 1 for the year, and I think that holds true for a lot of people because he has such a unique and amazing animation. This guy takes it all the way back to that Peekaboo Penny era pop-up animation that we have really not seen in quite some time, but it adds even a more interesting twist to it than does Peekaboo Penny, because in this case, you think you're coming up to this regular clown dude. He certainly looks a little bit creepy, but nothing more than just that, certainly not intimidating. And I think the clown face, the not scary clown face, is supposed to look like an actual person with makeup on. In some ways, it almost looks a little bit too fake, but I think they were going for an actual person, and the voice, too, also goes along with that face. But then all of a sudden, that head pops up to reveal another head underneath of that one. A pretty wild, unique, and crazy animation that is definitely completely unexpected. If anything, you would think the head is going to turn a 360 or something like that, but this other head just pops up out of nowhere, and you can see it right there underneath of the other guy's head. It's menacing, terrifying, light up eyes. It's a demon clown. So basically, this normal-looking human clown pops up into a demon clown. Very awesome concept and jarringly scary. Now, also, I love the added feature of the cards. So he's holding a deck of cards, and remember, this is one of the ones we saw in the blueprints, and I was wondering what he's going to do with those cards. Well, he doesn't fan them out like I thought, but instead, he actually does do a very interesting thing with it. He holds a Joker card, which is supposed to be the card that you've technically picked, and that is definitely creative because it's a Joker, it's the clown, you know what I mean? And it's a scary-looking Joker card at that. And then his arm moves kind of up from left to right. It kind of rotates in a motion that looks like you're picking that card, or that's the card that's picked for you, and you got to memorize it. And his arm seems to do that on a consistent basis, and it certainly adds a nice touch to it. So that's one element of its animation. Also, obviously, the head pops up, and it's got light up eyes. And I personally love every aspect of it. I also love the design and detail of the clothing as well. The clothing is black and red. We see one half is red, one half is black, but then it's also got the contrasting red hearts and the contrasting black spades, and it's all just kind of mixed up here. You see the pants are opposite the shirt, and then the shoes are also one black and one red. So I really do like the color scheme. We haven't necessarily seen this color scheme in a clown yet. Of course, I also really do like the cards. I think the hands are great. They just look like they have white gloves on, and I think that the actual demon clown face itself has some incredible detail. It has some menacing jaws, almost similar to Bloodthirsty Betty. It just looks very scary, very demon-like. It's got this sharp jawline and these bloodshot, or these super bright eyes lighting up at you in a white coloration. I think they could have gone with probably white or red, but I certainly like the white as well. And overall, see, here's a closer up shot here. It's just very demonic looking in its features and in the facial expression it's making. It's got a little bit of red paint to add some designs, but overall it's pretty much just white with that disgustingly looking mouth and jagged teeth. So I certainly love the design of the clown face. I can't necessarily tell yet if it's going to be hard plastic or latex, but either way, it certainly does the trick. The regular clown face, you know, it doesn't really matter what that looks like because it's kind of just supposed to trick you into thinking that it's not scary. So it kind of just gives you this classic looking Ronald McDonald unintimidating clown. Certainly not, you know, certainly not very friendly looking though. It definitely still would kind of rub me the wrong way if I saw that guy, but definitely wouldn't expect it to pop up into a demon clown. Now this guy actually has 3 phrases. You hear 2 of them in the video that I played at the beginning, and I actually do like the voice on this one. A lot of times the voice can really make or break it, but this one I actually think is pretty fitting. In the beginning it sounds like a regular guy, and then all of a sudden it has that demon sound to it, with it being kind of lower and raspier once the head pops up. And one of my favorite elements of the audio is the scream itself. I think that the scream is very terrifying and very, very menacing, and the scream I find to be one of the most important things when you have a jump scare, because it adds to that jump scare element, and I really, really do like the way that the scream was executed. So he also has 3 phrases, right? So he'll rotate through 3 different sayings. You know, the sayings themselves, I didn't really pay attention to exactly what they are, but they seem to just be kind of joking around the fact, you know, you're picking a card, you picked a card of death. You know, they're not necessarily the most clever things ever. They're a little bit cheesy, but I think the voice itself makes it fit very well. Now, as far as price goes, this guy is $229.99, so a little bit above $200 there, $230. And while I think this price is technically kind of fair because it's 5.8 feet, so it's a very much life-size 6-foot clown with quite a range of motion going on, I think they could have put this at maybe $200 flat. I think that would have probably been a little bit more reasonable since it's not huge and doesn't have like a ton going on, but a lot of props these, you know, in recent years have always been 200 or over. So as far as that goes, this one kind of is more on the cheaper side, unfortunately, this year. So anyways, that is pretty much all I have to say about Henry Hustle. I certainly plan on adding him to the channel this year. As I said, he is so far probably my favorite that Spirit Halloween has added to their lineup, but we still got to see some of the other ones yet. But definitely one of the top ones for this season. Please let me know what you think of him in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love to hear if you want to see him on the channel as well. And don't forget to check out my music. Like I said in the beginning, link will be down in the description, as well as that new Patreon opportunity. If you want to message me today, I will respond. So that is an opportunity you have if you purchase one of my Patreon tiers. Link in the description and the top of the comments. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. The sneak peek season is really kicking off. I will be coming back with daily uploads, so stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.